woman twists her hands together to warm them at the campfire, fingernails bitten to the quick. Noticing your attention, she looks up at you like a startled deer.
Sorry I've no welcome drink or anything, but the misery here.
She gestures half-heartedly at the suffering of the shelter's wounded.
Yes, I'm his granddaughter. My sisters and I followed in his footsteps. We set up a business making our own magical trinkets and traveling to sell them. I tagged along with the Seekers for safe passage, but I never knew how bad this situation could get. And now there's nowhere for me to go. Most of my wares were lost in the attack, but I did manage to salvage some of our sorcerer's sundries. Maybe you'd be interested in taking a look? My sisters and I have been working on magical, alchemical, and downright infernal trinkets for years. Thanks to sorcerer's sundries, anyone with coin can have sharper weapons, stronger armor, and shinier equipment.
She clumsily proffers some paper. It slips through her fingers, but you manage to catch it mid-air.
Here, our leaflet has all the details you could ever want to know. You'll find Demira in Driftwood and Donna in Arx. Dagmar, well, I don't quite know where she's got herself perched these days. Maybe you'll get to meet all of them on your travels. If you do see them.
Her brow furrows as she looks around the shelter. When she looks back at you, her eyes are glassy and devoid of hope.
Just tell them I'm safe. No matter what happens. Oh, I know my wares are not cheap, but they are so very out of the ordinary. But listen, my sisters and I have a little game to lighten spirits in harsh times. So, if I tell you a riddle and you can get the answer right, I'll give you a good discount. Deal? Oh, listen carefully now. I stand tall in the morning, I shrink in the afternoon, I disappear at midnight, but I'll be back very soon. What am I? Oh, did I say it too fast? I'm so sorry. I stand tall in the morning, I shrink in the afternoon, I disappear at midnight, but I'll be back very soon. What am I? Oh, yes! You are the first one to ever get it right. No kidding. You get a prime discount on our sorcerer's sundries. Goodbye, then, mister. I hope I didn't say anything wrong.
young man in oversized armor paces around a table covered with a spread of maps, his face a tight scowl of frustration.
Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, moons in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest where we head.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, moons in the sky. The seven watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest where we head.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it! What good are battle tactics against those things anyway?
He glances up. In quick succession, he becomes aware of both your presence and the fact that you're not a familiar face.
Who the blazes are you? My word, I never met a royal before. On the run from Fort Joy, are you? A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one. Though, of course, your collar gives you away. You met Verdus? Then he's as good as dead. We're the seekers he spoke of. We were supposed to free him. Instead, we've failed him. You, a Godwoken? Surely not. Though if Verdus said so. You could be important, but there's no way to be certain until we've left this blasted island behind us.
The young man anxiously fidgets with his curved bow. You've found a matter close to his heart, evidently.
That's easier said than done, I'm afraid. Much easier said. The Magisters have us cornered. They have these weapons called shriekers. If we try to go against them unprepared, we're dead. We've lost many already. There's weapons, ancient devices that can counter those things. Our leader, Sir Gareth, set out to find them so we could break the Magister blockade and escape this island. But he hasn't returned. If Sir Gareth doesn't come back with those weapons in tow, well, this island will be our grave. Sir Gareth? He's the finest seeker I know. I'm honored to serve as his squire. He wouldn't let us down. Not unless something's gone horribly wrong.
The young man throws a furtive glance towards the shrine looming out of the water nearby, then leans in to whisper.
The masked priestess, Gratiana. She gave us shelter here and told Sir Gareth how to stop the Shriekers. But she unnerves me. Speak to her if you wish. She may know more. You'll help us?
His shoulders visibly relax, the weighty armor upon them settling with a clink.
Thank you. Allies are in short supply in this place. If you help us, I promise we'll get you as far away from this place as possible. Please ask. Whatever helps. We came to free an elf called Verdus from Fort Joy. He was a godwoken. He could have been the next divine, but we failed him. Well, before there's a divine, there must be a godwoken. Only a special few among sorcerers have this potential. Without them, a true successor to Lucian will never rise. And on top of everything, someone seems to be killing what few godwoken there are. It must be Alexander. A failed godwoken like him wouldn't want to see any other become the next divine. The Magister flagship, the Lady Vengeance, she's anchored at the old harbour. Once the way is clear, we're to take her and get the hell out of here. None. He set out to find those source weapons, and that's the last we saw of him.
Ifan looks anxious, an unfamiliar look on the lone wolf. Stepping closer, he whispers urgently in your ear.
I know who's hunting Godwoken. It's the lone wolves. Yes.
He looks around, surveying your surroundings with a keen eye.
I intend to find out. I bet we can track down my old pack and ask some questions. Last I heard, they were camped out near Driftwood. In the meantime, let's keep a lower profile.
Bonnie bird, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The seven Majoras are safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest in the egg.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Armadi, bless and protect.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, moons in the sky. The seven showed us they're safe in bed.
Smoke and screams.
So close your sweet eyes, rest on the head.
Gareth, please come back.
Most of this is scrap.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep.
A young man in oversized armor paces around a table.
Every approach blocked. Oh, damn it!
He glances up.
Who the blazes are you? Ithan, eh? On the run from Fort Joy, are you? A seeker can always recognize a sorcerer when they see one.
The young man
That's... The Magisters have us cornered. There's weapon, but he hasn't returned.
We're doomed.
Please, Armadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
Martha's axe looks serviceable. More junk.
Please, Armadi, bless
More junk.
and protect your humble servant.
The 7 will show us you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armadi, bless and protect your humble servant.
A dwarf stands by a young woman. He seems intensely focused on her, whispering and singing softly in her ear. She's staring blankly into space.
Blood and bone. Fire and smoke. Death and worse.
Hush now, Leia. They'll not hurt you again. You're safe now. Once Gareth gets back, we're going home. You'll see. He'll be fine.
The woman rubs her neck, raking her nails across her skin as she whimpers. The dwarf starts at the sound of your voice, gripping the woman's arm for a moment before he relaxes.
New faces. Hope you weren't bushwhacked by the Magisters too. This one's seen a lot today. She were in the middle of it all when the Magisters unleashed their shriekers.
Howling dogs and men. Friends silently screaming through stitched mouths.
He puts his arm around her as she starts to sob.
She's delicate at the best of times. I asked Simone for something to help her relax, but Gareth's the only one who truly keeps her calm. If we didn't need her to remove Urdus' collar, she'd be safe somewhere far from here. And now the rescue's scuppered. They were all for nothing. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy, shiny collars and all. Gareth and the Seekers ambushed the caravan and freed us, saved every one of us from that hell. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers, and all we can do is sit here, thinking about the God-woken we didn't save.
From fragments to whole. From their past to our future. From their hope to ours.
She ain't detailed, but she ain't wrong. The God-woken are our hope that a new divine can be born. Someone to replace Lucian and push back them Void-woken. Someone to restore order and protect the source. I'd speak to Exeter if you want to know more. There's ways, but I ain't privy to them. One thing I do know, mind. The Void-woken have their number. They react to God-woken like no one else.
Barking dogs in wolves' clothing. Teeth in the sea. Teeth in the swamp. Teeth in the air.
Aye, there's enough of them about. But don't you worry none. Gareth will be back soon. Then we'll be home in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We were part of the caravan headed to Fort Joy. Shiny collars and all. But now he's off searching for weapons to take down them shriekers. What do you think, Leia? Can you help?
She averts her eyes, staring at the ground.
You'll have more luck getting Dallas to unlock them. The poor girl's not in her best mind without Gareth. Gareth's the only one that brings her out of herself. Without him, she's... well...
Duggan lays his hand on her shoulder, squeezing it tight as tears roll down her cheeks.
Now that's a kindness. Thank you, friend.
Smoke and screams. Echoes of death.
Amidst the placid little pond, the face of a goddess lies half submerged in the water. Rivulets stream from her deep-set eyes like endless cascades of sunlit tears. You feel peaceful in her presence, soothed somehow by an intangible comfort. As you gaze upon her loving face, you find yourself drawn into a trance-like state. A voice seems to reach you from within your mind and from the furthest reaches of the stars. Its whispers caress you like a breeze. The voice grows stronger, like a breeze picking up. What were whispers become words.
My children, my children. Gone are my children. Dead are they in the cradle I have ruled.
A feeling of indescribable sadness assails you. It feels like your heart merges with the spirits, torn together by a coil of thorns.
My child, weep with me for the mother who has lost. Weep with me and bathe in the tears of Amadia.
You feel the goddess's presence surround you, feel her nestle you tenderly like a mother. The intensity of her embrace deepens. Never since the unremembered days of childhood have you been so enveloped in maternal safety.
My child, I love you. My own. I will guard you. Wander where you will, and cherish the kiss of Amadia.
As suddenly as it came, the voice is gone, and you wake from its presence as if from dream-filled slumber. The pond now shines with an inner light, and standing in its waters, you feel rejuvenated, pure, as if born anew.
Amadia's grace, blessings upon this day.
This is ruined.
If I had a forge, I could do something. Maybe.
A grim-faced man sifts through a pile of badly damaged weapons, salvaging the repairable, ditching the broken. He picks up a rapier, the blade nicked and splintered, the hilt twisted. He holds the damaged blade up to the light.
This was Halorn's blade. It was his first. It was also his last. He didn't intend to die here, but die here he did. He was an ordinary soul with an extraordinary heart, Halorn, and he died for what he believed. What did Halorn believe in? He believed in truth. He believed in hope. He believed that Alexander is a killer of Godwoken. I believe that on one point at least, he was right. You're welcome to whatever you can find. Nice doing business with you. I wish I had better wares to offer. Martha's axe looks serviceable. Martha's axe looks serviceable. Most of this is scrap. This is ruin.
Wished, bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep,
Screams,
the moon's in the sky.
echoes of death.
The seven watch o'er us, you're
Please
safe
come
in
back.
bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Please, Armada, bless and protect your humble servant. By Armadia's grace, what did you do? This is incredible. In all my years, I've never seen the goddess bestow her blessing on someone. I am humbled to be in your presence. Perhaps once, when the 7 gods were still strong. But it has been many years since this was anything other than a pond for me to pray at. Armadia's strength waned when the divine Lucian accepted the power of the 7. This is most unusual. Truly we are blessed to know you. If Armadia favors you, that is all I need to know. Go in peace, brother.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed.
Smoke and screams, echoes
So
of
close
death.
your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Gareth, please come back.
And what might that be, O blessed child? Gareth. He set off to find the soul-forged weapons of Braccus Rex. A brave mission, and a dangerous one. But I cannot stop you, if you wish to follow in his footsteps. North of here, you'll find the ruins of Braccus's source armory. Nothing in this land can counter the Shrieker's power like those weapons. Without them, the Seekers are truly hopeless. Walk ever in Armadia's grace, child.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky. The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Wished bonny barn, now don't you cry. The birds are asleep, the moon's in the sky.
Please, Armadia.
The 7 watch o'er us, you're safe in bed. So close your sweet eyes and rest your wee head.
Smoke and screams, echoes of death. Gareth, please come back.
Please, Armadia, bless and protect your humble servant.
More junk.